What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Lasting Thoughts Podcast. I am your host, Digital Relaxation. We are back again for another episode. And as always, if you guys like what you hear, what you're going to hear, please be sure to rate this podcast, share it, all of that good stuff. Having, I don't even want to, I don't even know what to call it. The sinus, I don't know. But I'm having issues. I might be sniffling or my voice might be weird, but what is that random noise I keep hearing? I don't know if I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I'm hearing something. So yeah, if my voice sounds weird, that's why. So yeah, let's get into it. What I've been up to. Not a whole lot since the last episode. I know I did not really talk about all the stuff that I usually talk about, like what movies or games I've been playing or whatever. When it comes to gaming, mostly playing older games. Actually recently got I hooked up my Xbox 360 and got a new controller because all of my controllers are busted due to my rage era back in those days. So I need a new controller. Only to find out, I mean, it comes with time when you have older consoles and whatnot. But my console has issues with disc reading, which I've seen, like, it's a common issue that happens. It's just getting it, if I want to fix it or just deal with it or get another 360. But getting another 360 would be tricky, kind of, because it would have to be the same model that I got, which is the Elite, because the old, not the old, 360s are old, but the original design of the 360 before they went to like the other two designs they went with afterwards, they had like attachable hard drives that you put on the side of the console. Like, it's a whole like slot on the side of the console that's like, it looks like it's a part of the console, but it's a whole hard drive. I'm pretty sure they removed that design afterwards, so I would need to keep all my saved progress from all them years I was playing the game, playing my Xbox. I would need to get the same exact model so I could use the hard drive. Granted, there's the cloud, so I'm sure some things are saved in the cloud, but there's a lot of things that's not there, like the music. I didn't realize that some songs, some music that sadly I can't find anywhere now because of time and, internet changing and websites dying. There's some songs that I have that, yeah, like they are now like cemented there because I don't think there's anywhere else I can find it. But yeah, so I've just been playing older games. Of course, the first game I had to play was Sonic Heroes for like the 500th time. That's like my favorite game ever. I beat that. I beat Black Ops 1. I'm going to do Black Ops 2 next. Also started the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, the game. Great game. For those who haven't played it, people who are familiar with SpongeBob games, there was the Battle for Bikini Bottom, which I think they actually did the remake like a couple years ago for it. It runs off the same engine as that game, but it's based off it follows the plot of the movie, so it's a cool game. Very challenging for when I was younger, but we're gonna see how it holds up now. As I'm older. Don't think I'm playing anything else other than those. I'm thinking about redoing the Assassin's Creed what do you call it, the pentology or whatever, the first 5 games for the whole Desmond storyline. So yeah, I'm pretty much just gonna be going through all my old 360 games because it's not much that's current, that's that's out now, that's keeping my attention like for a long time. And the only game that does is Cyberpunk, but I'm trying to hold off on playing that again for a bit. Some games are coming out like Silent Hill 2, which, spoiler, is the topic. And well, it's coming out next year, but Capcom just said they're gonna release the second of their like collection games, which is gonna have Capcom vs SK2, which anyone knows me, that is my favorite fighting game. Not saying I'm good at it, it's just my favorite one. So to finally have that as a legit game, and yeah, don't have to freaking travel to Japan to play it, it'll be great. Now let's do that for Sonic Heroes. But yeah, just retro gaming for the most part, until anything new comes out that's interesting me. I don't know if I'm gonna play the Life is Strange game. Granted, I did enjoy the first one. I didn't play the other ones, but I don't think that matters when it comes to this new one, because you're playing as the main character as the first one. So yeah, but yeah, this past weekend, mainly for me, just one day, but this past weekend, Anime NYC happened. Yeah, as this episode comes out, it will be this past weekend. But yeah, Anime NYC came out, which is an anime convention in NYC. Shocker. But yeah, it's an anime convention in NYC. That was actually funny enough the first like type of anime convention I've ever been to. That was like probably 2019 or 2018, but I think it's 2019. And then here we are a few years ago, because COVID happened and all the restrictions and stuff happened, so like we ain't go since. But now that everything is normal, we went. And also because we have the Splits and Sake podcast, it made sense that we show up there to see if we can do some content, interview people, do a vlog or whatever, and just enjoy ourselves. But yeah, only went for one day, because I had to work the next day, so I had to deal with that. But it was cool. First time I did some kind of form of cosplay. I dressed up as an Akatsuki member for my Naruto fans out there. I always told myself that if I do like ever cosplay or something, that would be like the first one I ever do. So getting that little bucket list moment out, so now I can focus on probably doing some more like hardcore stuff next time I try to cosplay or something. But it was cool. These dudes actually managed to get in for the second day. So hopefully, if they recorded anything, whatever that was recorded, we'll compile it into a nice little video and just put some content out there on our pages, on our channels, and yeah. Speaking about channels, recently went on my channel and seeing that I got some activity on there, some comments, and it wasn't the comment that I wanted to see. A lot of people won't notice, but just to shed some light, a rapper by the name of Julian Malone recently passed away, or I recently found out he passed away. I don't know exactly when or how. It seems to be more of a private matter about the situation. Just a lot of people who knew him, like who did music with him, mentioned that he passed. So that one bothers me because of the reason why I got comments on my video is because I did a video on my YouTube channel, which is called What Happened. It's like my What Happened series. And the first one I did was based on like a few rappers that I listened to at a time, who like almost back to back all just just stopped making music and almost vanished away. So I made a video like, yo, like what, like I don't know what happens. Like these dudes are nice, like they were making good music. They seemed like they was on the right track. Even like Julian Malone was actually signed to Stone's Throw. And like all these rappers was like on the right track to like get their shine. And like once they got like to a peak, they felt like they're like, all right, we out. So I was making the video to shine some light on them, to see if people also who are familiar with the music would comment. A lot of people who felt the same way I felt about Julian Malone. They're like, yeah man, like we used to love his music and he just like disappeared. Like his music is hard to find as is, and now it's like then just finding out that he passed away is like, geez, like like having your legacy out there, so I do what I do, and I make things public. So like, and I mentioned this in episode a long time ago about like having your story and telling your story and leaving things out there for people to hear themselves, instead of like people assuming things like all my stuff is here. Like you can listen to my music, you can watch my videos, you can listen to my podcast. Like my life is somewhat documented here. And it's like for Julian Malone, like a lot of his songs is just mad hard to find, like unless someone has it like buried in some hard drive back in like the early 2010s. Yeah, like his music is almost non-existent. You can find probably like 4 songs on YouTube. Funny enough, after I made that video, a few people started uploading some more of his music since then, so it was good to shine some light on that. But still, like, it's hard to find his music. So it sucks that it's like, now finding out that he's gone, like, I mean, I respect everyone's decision of why he did it, like, why he had to stop making music. I don't know the reason why, but it's like, life happens, it's a lot of things, that happens. You don't want to do certain things no more. You find a new passion. It's understandable, but yeah, just now you never know, man. So rest in peace to Julian Malone. He was great for what brief moment he was in my life with his music. So it sucks to see that, but prayers for the family, friends, condolences, and all of that. And yeah. So let's get into the topic. Going by the title of this episode, called Silent Hill. I'm gonna talk about the game just so y'all don't know. And people who probably like, if you just music fans, Kendrick Lamar named one of his songs Silent Hill recently. For those who don't know about Silent Hill, the game franchise, it's a game of, I don't want to talk about the game. I want to talk about Silent Hill. So I'm not trying to like the game is about the bare bones is the first game is about a guy trying to find his daughter in a town called Silent Hill. And the thing, every game is kind of a different situation and different scenario. So I can't sit there and just tell you what the franchise is about, because they all are different. The point of Silent Hill, mostly Silent Hill 2, because Silent Hill 2 is the one that got popular, and that's where everyone's like, oh, we're gonna base everything about Silent Hill off this one game instead of the other ones. So where the first game and the third game dealt with the occult and like shady worshiping and sacrifices and whatnot, the second game deals with the concept of trauma, coming to terms with your, it's hard to explain this, like it's like coming to terms with your own personal, the best way I could say it is your own personal hell. Like in the game, like you are faced with your personal like desire in a negative way of how you feel about yourself. But the thing is that for some people, mostly with the main character James, he doesn't understand why this is happening to him. So going to spoiler alert, for those who haven't played the game, and also because Silent Hill 2 remake is actually coming out soon, so who don't know anything about Silent Hill 2 and wants to get the next game, then yeah, this is gonna be a spoiler. So you don't want to know, just I don't know, go to another episode. I can't predict timestamps, but I'm gonna be quick though, so I don't know, just fast forward like 10 minutes. So Silent Hill 2, James arrives to the town. He makes a stop into the bathroom. That's where we get the iconic scene where he's looking in the mirror and, you know, brushes his hand in front of his face, and you know, he let us know that, oh, he got a letter from his wife saying that she's in Silent Hill, but he's like, that is impossible because she died like, was it like 3 years ago? So he's like, from a disease. His wife was sick. He's like, so like, you know, how can I have gotten this letter? But you know, it's like, it's just, you know, he wants to see his wife that badly that, you know, he'll believe it. So he takes this journey to Silent Hill. By the end of the game, I mean, it's gonna be spread out throughout the game, because like I said, it's his personal hell. You're gonna see some things that's like, you know, why certain monsters look the way they look and all of that, and certain people he encountered, it's kind of like he starts questioning himself along the way. But by the end of the game, we learned that James killed his wife, and it wasn't 3 years ago. It was more like probably a day ago, maybe that day. So the whole concept, even though a lot of things is not 100% confirmed, which is great about the game because it's like so much to speculate, but it's pretty much heavily emphasized that what James did is that he killed his wife, took her body, put her in the backseat of his car, was gonna drive to Silent Hill to take his own life with her. That is because, you know, the game is developed by a Japanese team, so that is I don't want to butcher the name. There is a name for it. I don't want to find it right now. That is a common, not common, but it is a thing that's in the Japanese culture where, you know, someone will kill their spouse, and preferably they'll put them in the trunk, and, you know, drive into an ocean or whatever to die with them and be together in the afterlife, whatever. But, you know, this one, because it's an American story, but it's made by a Japanese team, they just said, yeah, you're gonna be in the back seat. So that was the plan. He was going there to, you know, take his own life, to be with his wife. But the moment he gets to Silent Hill, he has a mental breakdown from the trauma of all of that. And with the influence of the town has like this power to basically see what's in your heart and in your mind and physically manifest it, which is why I say you're basically in your own personal hell. It's able to manifest it and bring it to life into this town. So due with all that trauma and everything that happened that led up to him taking his wife, like all the time, like, you know, all of that, like his wife was just, at one point being very angry with him once he got sick, how he felt like he lost his life, and then, reminiscing to how it was before she got sick. So it was like, it took all of that and manifested and then created this scenario where he literally forgot that he killed his wife, made himself believe that she died from the disease a few years ago, and she sent this letter to him to go find him. And he's just basically going through his own torment, trying to come to terms with what he done, and basically seeing if he can find forgiveness with himself and hopefully from his wife, like in a spiritual sense. Like he feels like, what I did was messed up, but I think, deep down she forgives me because she understood, because there was a conversation that was had about this situation. But yeah, so the whole point of like being put in a world where it's just purposely meant to like torment you, and you had to like either you succumb to it or you learn how to deal with your trauma, you deal with your issues and accept what happened and move on from it, which is why the game has multiple endings where however you feel James' outcome should be is what it will be. There is no confirmed canonical ending to the game, so if you want to continue with what he originally did, there is the in water ending. There is also the leave ending where he finally forgets himself and leaves the town, and there's other stuff. But so the whole point of why this episode is called Silent Hill is also because of not so much I feel like I need to be put in my own personal hell or whatnot. I'm doing Silent Hill. I'm thinking of more of a literal term of being in a silent, secluded place, because the thing about Silent Hill is like basically, it's this empty town that's just surrounded by fog, and you can't see nothing. You're just in this empty, quiet place, and you're close along with the monsters, but not thinking about the monsters. Just thinking about being in like this isolated solitude. I feel like that's something that I need to do in this step of my life, because I'm in a weird point of my life where I'm trying to figure out everything. I feel like, going by the last 2 episodes where I talked about stuff, where it's like I just feel like, no longer caring about anything and trying to figure out why I care. I think this is a step I need to take where I need to just distance myself from the world for a bit and figure out why I should still be a part of it and why all of this still matters to me. I don't know the present thing, but just like motivation, just to, I don't want to feel like I'm just waking up to go to work just because it's a program. It's like, I'm not a machine. Like, I'm not programmed like, oh, just because I'm supposed to do this, I'm gonna do it. Like, no, like, I'm doing this because I want to do this. Like, I have a plan, I have a goal. The reason why I'm putting myself through these things is because I want to see this. I guess right now I don't have no goals, I don't have no plans, I don't have no purpose. So I feel like that's where I should start in this stage of my life, my growing age. Trying to figure out what's the next important thing to me. What's the next thing that matters to me. So I feel like I should remove myself from everything to see what matters when I, come back to it all. Or maybe I realize I don't need it anymore. So that's my thing. That's why I'm calling it. I'm going to be going into Silent Hill, but that's mostly what I'm going to be doing. So with that being said, I don't know how long this will take. So I don't know how long. I'm definitely planning to come back by not what will be October, right? I'm definitely planning to come back by October, but I don't know about September. I might be MIA that entire month. If I come back earlier, then hey, you would know. So just giving a heads up that I guess I'm taking another break just for majority of September. I mean, wow, that's my phone. But yeah, I don't know, but yeah, that's where I'm at. Just gonna be taking some time to reflect, figure some things out, figure myself out, and all that good stuff. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I'm not forcing these episodes to be long, unless I got a guest, which I was supposed to have a guest, but yeah. So that's it. Did that whole Silent Hill rant, just let you know I'm going on break. But yeah, yeah, you guys enjoyed this episode. Yeah, please be sure to share this, rate it. I don't know if it's because I have headphones on or not. I'm just hearing weird noises more louder than normal, maybe because like it's the vibration and frequency is just more present through a muffled air. But it sounds annoying. Like it sounds like someone just grinded something. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. See you guys when I see you. Till next time, hope you guys have a great day, a great week, and peace.